Hey, for Wall Street Media, I'm Tyler. That's Doug.
What's hey?
What do you mean, hey? It's
Hey,
hey. I'm from Georgia. We say hey. It's what happens.
Poor Jen.
What are you talking about? I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. Hey, we'd like to have some steak and some shrimp stuff. That's how this little bastard orders steak.
Gumbo. It's called gumbo, and I know what it's called.
Did you ever get in a nice restaurant last week when you looked like a bum?
I didn't look like a bum.
Your mother would be so disappointed if she saw you're up working on Wall Street. You're in front of 100,000 people.
My mother's from Georgia too. She knows that's how we
dress. Your mother's very nice. Do you know something? She must have taken you in.
No. I am definitely from my mother as well as all my brothers. Yeah, we got some management changes. First one we got is Goodman Global. Their ticker is GGL. They named David Swift as the president and CEO of Goodman and a member of its board of directors, effective immediately.
Let's see what happened with them. I'll look them up.
Sounds good.
You go on to the next one.
All right, we got Millicron, ticker MZ. They announced that the chairman, president, and CEO, Ronald Brown, intends to retire by the end of this year.
Now, this is an unusual situation with Goodman.
There's nothing traded today?
They've traded 0 shares.
What?
Yahoo is doing its usual job. Yahoo changed whoever gives them the quotes, and they stink now. And you have to look at the same day all the time. You used to have it would cookie in if you wanted to look at yearly. Nope. So they've traded. Goodman Global has traded 0. Let's look at the next guy.
What was their average trading volume? Was almost 500,000. They didn't trade anything today.
Yeah, it's not that they didn't trade anything. You know that's a mistake. Millicron's down 5%. We were talking about OpenWave, who we webcast quite a bit. They're running into some bumpy waters. They had to give us a call. They're down 15%.
Yeah.
What else, Tyler?
Well, you got a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about?
Portfolio.
You guys can go to Investopedia. I forgot to put that on the list. German is making us more efficient. And I have to have a list of things because I do the shows, then I say, like, doggone, I meant to talk about that. We have a conference this week. It's the first one we're doing for Morgan Joseph, and it's called a SPAC conference, right?
Yep.
And that's and I went. I didn't know what the hell that actually was. It's a special purpose acquisition company. Go to Investopedia.com. That's my friend Corey's site. It's free. Everything we do on here is stuff that we learned through hard work, but we're trying to help you guys. When we give you the webcast, all Wall Street listens to them. Instead of going home and watching Family Guy or The Simpsons or whatever, spend half an hour, do a little research, listen to a webcast.
That's free as well.
And they're free. But this is Special Purpose Acquisition Company, and it's really a neat thing. I'm not going to read the whole explanation out, but go to Investopedia for free. Type in SPAC, and we're having a conference from them. You're going to that?
Yeah, I'm definitely
on Wednesday. If Larry Kudlow there, he's going to be one of the speakers, and Lou Holtz.
That's right. I saw Lou Holtz a couple months ago as well at another conference.
Yeah, Baird, right?
Yep.
Good speaker.
Oh, he's a great speaker.
Notre Dame.
Yep.
Anyhow, we'll have that for you Wednesday, and then you're going to Barkin Road for another good one.
That's right.
Peter Raschuti runs the Barkin Road reports, and that's run by students at Tulane in the business program, and they have a mutual fund that does well. Peter Raschuti is a super nice guy. We had him in and interviewed him here, right? His brother's an analyst at Needham.
It's always an interesting conference, too, because I'm used to being at the conferences, and not that they're old people,
but this is particularly young people.
There's people that are younger than me, and it's really funny to see them all. Not funny, it's
fantastic. Which is like children.
This is your bad short. Anyway, no, it's great though. You see, they do a lot of work. They do a great job setting up this conference,
and that's a free one. We've got like 8 or 9 CEOs. We're going to have for you for that. Let's see. I saw a Citibank or Citigroup, I guess it is, analyst said today the tech spending is going to be hurt by the recession. So, in case you don't know, Citigroup analysts are always wrong. So you should be buying tech stocks like crazy. I bought some Yahoo right after I read that. I thought, Yahoo are going to report much better results.
When is that, May 1st?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, wow. Okay.
You're so cheap.
Yeah, I'm a little...
With money, you probably bought a watch it only has like 15 days in. Hey, well, that was a couple bucks cheaper.
I still got my Yahoo.
So I bought some Yahoo. I know you do, because you should have sold and take a profit like I did. And then you jump in, jump out.
I don't have enough liquidity to do that yet. I'm not,
That's because you're holding on to the money. Let me tell you something. You should all follow Tyler home, break in, and cut open the mattress. There's probably $7 million sitting there. He's still got a phone for like the first phone.
My phone is great.
Let me tell you something. If you would take Tyler's digital phone with any provider, they give you $1,500 to take that phone. It's like the size of a brick. But
it's cool.
I don't do text messages. You're the only person under 30 in New York that doesn't do text messages because that saves you 50 cents.
It just doesn't accept them. Really.
I love you very much, and you're a good, upstanding young man. But you are a cheap bastard.
No, I'm gonna retire when I'm like 35, though.
I know, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you'll live on $4 a month. I roll my own cigarette. About some Yahoo, you can follow everything we do. We're the only show you should watch. It's a slow day for us. April's slow, so if you don't like us BSing here, don't tune in April. Because we're slow. We're going to have 5,000 CEOs for you in May. This week we've got Morgan Joseph's SPAC conference, and it's a super cool thing. They actually form a private entity, like an investment vehicle, and you can buy shares for it at $6. That's the price they set for it. Like regardless of you do one, I do one, German Mike does one. German Mike's looking huge too, by the way. I don't know what that bastard's doing, but we're going to have to do the blood test on air here. He's going to be bursting out of his shirt, man. About some Yahoo, follow us on Covestor.com. That's another free thing that we do for you. If you're good at picking stocks, go in there, build a following, make $1 million. If you need some help or some ideas, I jump on there from time to time and get ideas.
Right.
You can go on there, but you can see our portfolio on there and see what we did so that when we're saying we'd like a stock, I actually put in the hard-earned money into the stock. I don't just say I like it and walk off. Bought Urban Outfitters. They're up quite a bit today. During the day, they were down this morning, but they're up $68 today. Bought Yahoo a couple minutes right before we came on because I think they're going to try to screw Microsoft.
Right. Explain that a little bit.
Well, I think what they're going to do is some kind of finagling and games and all that kind of thing to show much better earnings than were expected, or than you'd have gotten if Microsoft hadn't made the offer.
Okay.
And their earnings are tomorrow afternoon, so I bought a few hundred shares of them. I'm up $60. $59 I'm up on them, Tyler.
There you go.
And I bought a bunch of their options. And those are up 2 cents a piece since then. I'm getting rich.
You were saying before, though, that after these earnings...
I bought May 30 calls, by the way.
You were thinking that Microsoft might say, let's go. Here, take that.
I think they're rightly disgusted, right?
Right.
If you remember, you and I bought them. They were down at like 19 or something, right?
Yeah.
And they were going into the toilet because they failed dismally at everything, right?
Yep.
And you can see their great new cutting-edge thinking. The best thing about Yahoo was their portfolio tool, and they just screwed that up. It looks like hell. And it looks horrible. It's harder to work with.
Oh, yeah, the new, how they did,
And anyhow, Microsoft came in, and Microsoft's doing well. Xbox Live booming, right? They're doing great at everything. Their last earnings blew everything away. They're up now because everyone knows they're going to have another great quarter again, right? Everybody likes to attack them, but still use all their products or play in the games or whatever it is, right? We love Microsoft here.
Who else are we talking about earlier?
Well, I bought Yahoo. Bought Yahoo. I bought May 30 calls because I think Microsoft is going to come in. They say they're not going to, but I think they may throw a couple more dollars into the pot, or they're going to have an open proxy offering and just buy the public shares. And I think that's more what I'd rather see them do. I don't want to see Yahoo thwart them and make them have to pay more. They're paying $9 more than Yahoo could get at their best. I bought Landry's, right, which was like 40%. What did we make on them? 40% or almost 50%, right?
That's unbelievable.
I bought Landry's, who we webcast at some of the restaurant conferences. Yep. Ticker LNY, up 7.5% in a few days on there. The CEO said he wants to buy them at 21 a share. I bought them at 15 and a quarter. They're at 16.48. And he says he's got the financing all wrapped up, right?
So why is it still there at 16?
I don't know. I guess people think the deal's going to go not going to go through, right? But I think, and it was with a bank that we know. I forget who, Tyler, but it's one of the banks we work with, right?
Right.
And I thought, man, you know something? If these guys say they're going to do it, right? I think they're going to end up doing it, right?
And if they already have the bank behind them.
Yeah. And he's at $21 a share. He said he has the financing. People, I guess, think it's not going to go through. But there's German, y'all jump in on this. Yeah, up 7.5% already. They're down to 16.49. He says he's going to buy them at 21 a share. That's the same thing with Circuit City. Hey, Justin. Justin's one of our followers. I'm up 3.5% on some Circuit City. I bought 1,000 shares last week. I sold half of them off at a profit. But Carl Icahn said he's going to help Blockbuster buy them, right? And the offer's at $6 a share. Carl Icahn, he can write a check for this or use his ATM card.
Yeah, right.
And if he says he's going to do it, and they decide to do it, you're going to pick up $1 a share real quick, right? And so I bought them. Blockbuster I still own because Michael Pactel, do you think that's how you say his name, for Wedbush?
Pachter, I think.
Pachter, right. Okay, it's with an R, not an
Yes.
Super smart, clever, awesome guy. Actually owns stocks, right, which are in my respect. He said he owned 10,000 shares. I bought 100 that you can see in the Covester portfolio of this SNIC.
Right.
He's a super smart and clever, funny guy. But a smart guy that owns stocks, so I bought some of the SNIC, and he says he likes Blockbuster. He said he thought it was kind of screwy. That's what he said.
Right, no, that's what I like about him, is he cut through all the BS and was, in doing so, it's hysterical.
Right.
It's very rare that
you should read the twist interview. Go to a Wall Street transcript. That you do have to pay. I'm not selling it for you. But I thought it was a great interview. It was a roundtable interview. That's at twst.com. And you can read it. It was last Monday.
It was
last
week.
Right? Digital media and all that kind of stuff. Cool stuff anyhow. I liked reading it anyhow. And he gives a great interview in there. And what else? GRH, I bought that. That's the Green Hunter from the guy who owned Magnum Hunter before. That's they're trading German, up 6% on them in about a week.
There you go.
Intel, we're up 6%. Jamba Juice, I sold off most of the Jamba.
Okay.
Jim the Weisenheimer, who I BS'd with a lot this weekend, super cool guy. I love him. I wanted to get him up, but he said he just took vacation. He has to take a day off to come to New York. So maybe over the summer we'll get him here for a day.
That'd be great.
He was in them too. Jamba Juice, Nestle's going to be distributing their stuff. It's supposed to start in April, right? Wouldn't that make it go up? Right?
Definitely should.
But you know what? They're supposed to be having this big promotion in New York and giving away juice on the streets because they're doing this breakfast thing. And I didn't see or hear anything about it, so maybe that didn't go over as well. But even so, if Nestle's is going to distribute them, they should sell an awful lot of it, and it should go up, right?
Absolutely.
I'm holding on to them. Aspen Bio email.
Don't sell them unless I give you the okay.
Yeah,
I'll hold it for a little while.
Yeah, I will. Aspen Bio, they're way down, and they're down more today. I emailed Greg, a super good guy, super smart guy, said they were just keeping their nose to the grindstone last time I swapped emails with him. And I asked him if he knew, what the heck's going on, that they're down so much recently. I don't know if people have just, tired or they're waiting to hear, but, I mean, they've got that revolutionary test. And I haven't been able to find any news on them, so I'll let you guys know if I hear from Greg.
Hopefully
and we're way overdue. Urban Outfitters up $70 today. We're owning them. Yahoo I bought into. NEXC I bought into. You can follow all this stuff for free on Covester.com, so you can just see when we're sitting here talking. We're not just shooting the breeze. We actually do buy the stocks, and you can follow the stocks. If you guys are buying stuff now, click the feedback button, but you can't just tell me the stock, right? We get too many of those. You got to give me a sentence, a couple sentences, a couple bullet points, why you like them, and we'll look into it and we'll announce what's happening here. That's our Monday show. We don't have too many conferences in April, so you're going to get some BSing and shooting the breeze in April. The German.
Yeah, don't forget that.
German got me a shirt from Woot.com where we buy some of our stuff, right?
That's
super cool. This is my shirt that I will be wearing poolside soon, hopefully, with the margarita in hand.
That thing is unbelievable. It's perfect.
So thanks for tuning in. Tell us what you're buying. Tell us if you're going to buy into Yahoo or what do you think's going to happen with Yahoo and Microsoft.
And we're here
Sayonara.
every day. WSMCO.com. Thanks a lot.